Hello, welcome to a worked example on conservation of momentum, scenario number 1. In this scenario, if you can look at it very closely, look at the diagram, before collision, a vehicle with mass m1 is actually moving at 10 meters per second, and the arrow shows that it is moving towards another vehicle, M2, which apparently is stationary. So we use U1 to represent the initial velocity of M1. And we use U2 to represent the initial velocity of M2, apparently because M2 is stationary, so U2 is 0. So we can then work out the total momentum before collision, because according to conservation of momentum, momentum before should be equal to momentum after. Basically, we mean total momentum before should be equal to total momentum after. I hope we'll capture that. So in that case, we work out the total momentum before collision. So total momentum before collision should then be equal to the product of mass times velocity, m1, u1, plus the product of mass 2 times velocity 2, m2, u2. So if you put the figures in, we assume that the mass is m1 equals m2 equals 10 kg. So in this case, we say this is going to be 10 times 10 plus 10 times 0, and that's going to be 100 plus 0, and that's going to be equal to 100 kilogram meters per second. Remember, the unit for momentum is 100 kilogram meters per second. Now, let's now work out the momentum after. Now, this scenario suggests that after collision, mass m1 join up to mass m2, and they are now moving at a joint velocity of, which is unknown. So the total momentum after collision can then be worked out. Total momentum after collision should then be equal to mass m1 plus mass m2 multiplied by v, because it's now a joint mass traveling at the same speed. And we can then add the two masses together, which is 10 plus 10 times v, which is 20 times v. So if I say this is my equation 1, which is momentum before, I can then say momentum after is my equation 2. And according to conservation of momentum, momentum before should be equal to momentum after. Therefore, 20 times v should be equal to 100, where v would then be equal to 5 meters per second. I hope that explains how that is solved. So, in summary, two masses, one is moving, the other is stationary. The one moving hits the stationary one, joined up together, got stuck, and they start moving in the same direction. How do we work out their joint velocity after collision? This is how we do this kind of problem.